Yeah.
Okay, when you're ready.
Okay, we'll call the meeting to order at 5 o'clock. Roll call, please.
Mrs. Bond,
Here.
Mrs. Duff,
Here.
Mrs. Gay,
Here.
Mrs. Grooms,
Here.
Mrs. Harlow.
Here. Has everyone had a chance to read the minutes of the last meeting in February?
Yes.
Any
Yes.
changes or additions?
No.
Okay. Hearing none, we'll submit them as approved. Get right to business.
Hi, good evening. So first thing that I wanted to talk about, oh my gosh. Chair went down.
Okay.
Whoa. Sorry. Is the splash pad update. So we have been going through a lot of back and forth meetings with Kleiningers. I believe we are on our 10th meeting with them at this point in time. So just going back and forth with kind of the layout, the concept layout of what it'll look like over at Or Everett's Park, and then the features that are going to be a part of the splash pad. So I do have kind of what it's going to look like. I didn't put it in this time just because it's still it's not out there. And the reason why it's not out there is because it's well over budget at this point in time. And I'm actually going to have a meeting tomorrow with the finance director about where we can make some cuts on the actual, I say splash pad, but when I say that, I mean that as a whole. So kind of what happened through the process, and I'm just learning this as I go through. When we did the splash pad, you definitely need outdoor bathrooms. And kind of in my head at the time, thinking it through, the Civic Center's right there. So, thought maybe that would be the idea for the bathrooms. Well, that's not necessarily what we need at the time or for it over there. So, you need a mechanical room, when you're doing the splash pad. And it just made sense when you go and look at some of the other splash pads around, they have a mechanical room. And that kind of consists of a bathroom too. So we'd have outdoor bathrooms as part of that. Well, because of that building, it is coming in over budget. So that was kind of added on because a mechanical room that they showed us that it would look like, kind of look like a, I don't know, kind of like a bomb shelter looking bunker type thing. And I just didn't think that would be appealing out there as far as an outdoor restroom. So I kind of added that in, and I thought that would, we could still get it under, inside that $2.5 million budget, but it didn't. So there's a couple options that I'm going to have to try to explore. The grant that we applied for, we did not get anything for it, which is okay. I have asked them for a review of what we could have done better or what we, didn't do, because a lot of the questions are all graded by points. And I don't know if we just didn't score enough points or what, but there were I believe there were 60 applicants that applied for it, and they only awarded 11 people or 11 municipalities or companies, whatever it is, that applied for it. So 49 people got denied. So that, tough, very competitive grant that we were trying to pursue. So because of that, I mean, that was still that was still factored as the 2.5 million. So a couple options that I have, we're going to have to maybe try to solicit some businesses, start a campaign of some sort. There's other grant opportunities out there that we're going to try to explore as well. So I'm going to sit down with the finance director tomorrow and see what kind of options we can have to make that money up. If we go the route that we really, really wanted, the concept of the bathrooms is like men and women's restroom, one side, a breezeway, and then the mechanical room, a family restroom, an IT room, all on the other side. So the breezeway was cool. Like if you look at the layout and you're walking up, you walk through the breezeway. To the left, eventually will be a playground. To the right is a splash pad. It was almost $1 million over budget, so which is quite a bit of money, obviously. If we make the cuts that we can, that Kleiningers came back with, were more like $500,000 over budget. So there's a couple other options. So when you go through this whole process, you do kind of like we have the vision plan of what we wanted Aura Everett's to look like, the vision plan of what we want Wax Park and Deer Meadow to look like, just from afar. But when you do that, we have that of Aura, but when you really go to it, you need details of that. And so when we sat down to go about the splash pad, Kleiningers came in, we hired them. They come in and we do, what do you like? What do you want to see? I don't know how many people were there, 10 people, 15 people were there in that meeting. And it was like, okay, what features? And we would put stickers, kind of like what we did with the vision plan. And so we put all these stickers. So then what happens is Kleininger takes all that and compiles it together and comes up with, all right, here's the lay of the land, here's a layout, here's the features that you guys have liked. And they kind of do more of a detail, not this just broad, this is where something can go, that kind of stuff. So that's what we really need to do to Wax Park and Deer Meadow. We need those definitive, what do we want to do up there? How do we want it to look? What do we want the restrooms to look like? All that kind of stuff. So in the capital budget plan for this year was the bathrooms at Deer Meadow and the expansion of the parking lot. Without those details of paying a company to do those details, I don't know if it's wise to spend money just to place a bathroom down at Deer Meadow when we really don't have what we really want it to all look like. We don't know what we want the building to look like. We don't know where we would necessarily want it yet. I mean, sure, it's on the vision plan, but it doesn't necessarily mean that is, boom, where we're going to drop it. So with that $500,000, I'm going to see maybe about moving that around. I don't know if we're allowed. Obviously, council is probably, or Mike is the ultimate judge on that. So I'm going to throw that out there to try to get this, to see if we can make sure we get this done right. Again, the splash pad is the first thing we're doing. I want it to be done correctly, and I want it to be done. I want it to look great. I want it to look good. I don't want it to just be some sloppy thrown together thing. And I'm not trying to bash Splash Moraine by any stretch of the means, but I don't want that to happen again. So I don't want a splash pad out there for 8 years and then we have to close it up. That's not the point of this. So I want this to be a long-standing thing. I want the citizens to love it. I want the businesses to bring their families back here to enjoy it and start doing a lot with that area over there just because it needs it. It needs a regrowth over there, and I think this is probably the best thing that could happen over there. I wanted to make sure it's done right. So with that being said, I know that's long-winded on the splash pad, but we're moving forward. I mean, regardless, I'm going to have to figure something out. It's my job to do that, and that's why I'm here. So do you have any questions on the splash pad? I mean, I didn't bring it here to post and show everybody, but if you really wanted to see, I can show you guys at some point in time if you would like to maybe come by my office if you're around town or something like that. I can show you what it could look like. So it's pretty cool. I'll tell you that. It's really neat. So do you have any questions on the splash pad?
Did they downsize? Are you downsizing what you originally?
So I think the
size?
Yeah, the size of it. Yes, we went. Originally it was 8,000 square feet, and we're taking it down to more like 5,500 to 6,000 square feet. So yes, that shrunk some of the money. Some of the concrete, instead of 10-foot wide, we're doing 8-foot wide. We're just trying to figure out certain things that we can do to cut that money. The bathroom, instead of having the breezeway, it might just be one building instead of 2 different buildings. That kind of stuff is what we're trying to do to make this work.
You know what the average size is? Rather,
I would say,
Chance.
I know Jane Chance, or Casey Jane, I'm sorry, at Springboro is 4,500 square feet.
okay, so this is bigger.
This is bigger, yeah. And if you go there, if you've ever been to Casey Jane, it's literally just features in a bucket. This is like an island with 4 slides on it, not tall slides, little slides, and then features around it too. So it's still going to be well noticeable. You're going to see it from the highway. We still want that to be a thing. We don't want to get away from that from the vision plan. We still want it to be noticeable. But yeah, we average size. I don't know if you go to the one in Springboro, or I'm sorry, in Centerville, tiny, not big at all. So this will be something unique to the city, probably unique to the town around Dayton to have. So, yeah. Yep. I would think so. Absolutely. Yeah. I envision, there's kind of part of the concept to this was, you have an older area for like 13-year-olds, 17 or whatever that age is. And then, you're 6 to 12 and 0 to 2, those different areas of the splash pad. That's still the idea. That's still the concept that we're going with. Yep.
Sounds
Yeah. And the colors.
Say it'll be finished in 27.
Yeah, the projected timeline is to get this wrapped up, figure out the budget, get it out to bid here probably May, June-ish, and then have somebody picked, and then hopefully start breaking ground July, August sometime, and then hopefully open, as long as we stay on the timeline, depending on weather and all that kind of stuff, but opening spring, summer of 27, correct? Yep.
We've waited
Yeah, I wish
Yep.
it was this year.
I know. I would like to have done that, but again, we don't want to push it. I mean, probably somebody could, but it wouldn't be what we wanted. I don't think. I don't think this. I don't think this feature is going to be a fad. I really don't. And I know it's not on here, but also with the splash pad being in Aura Everts, we are updating the inside of the Civic Center, and the flooring's getting all done. We're going to probably do some more painting. So there's going to be hopefully a bunch of rentals that are going to come out of it over there as well. Birthday parties, all that kind of stuff. So there's already rentals, but we're going to add to. I couldn't tell you probably the last birthday party that might have been there, but we took the rock climbing wall out, took all that stuff out, just liability purposes. It wasn't safe. So there are things happening over there that are for the good. It's going to make that building look very nice. All right, is that it for that? All right, next is the Easter recap. This will just be quick. Just wanted to let you all know that the adult flashlight Easter egg hunt was a huge success this year. Again, we got lucky with the weather. The weather was it was absolutely perfect. Perfect night. Couldn't ask for anything better. That was great. And then the community Easter egg hunt, a little bit chilly in the morning if you were there.
Yeah.
But it was pretty wet. Pretty sun was out, that kind of stuff. I know we waited till a little bit after 10 o'clock to get started. That's typical because I kind of keep an eye out to the parking lot, and I still see people rolling in at 10 o'clock when it's supposed to start at 10. So we kind of give them that benefit of the doubt and wait that little bit because you don't want to see a little kid crying and running up, crying, waiting, So we do our best to make that happen. Dia and Kelly did an amazing job organizing it, making sure that, if you weren't there, it was all color coordinated according to your age, so it was easy to go find. If you were purple, yeah, you got a big purple flag you got to look for. It's not hard to spot. So I think that aspect of it is very nice to make kids be where they need to be and not get lost or confused what age division is. Now the difference between 4 and 5, I don't know. Just go out there and get some eggs and have a good time. But it goes so fast that it's over. The setup on the inside for the Easter Bunny was awesome, and my daughter was a really good Easter Bunny. So this Easter Bunny,
Great. You know,
Yeah.
the only problem I have with the big balls.
oh,
When the kids came
The
up to
balloons?
take, the
Yeah,
balloons.
yeah.
When the kids came up
They
to
were
have
everywhere.
the picture taken, we had a horrible.
over time. And then the other, I think Sharon, me and you discussed the prizes. Was that you? About
No.
where they're located.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was.
Yeah, so that's always a hard thing. I think maybe next year we're going to try to figure something else different, where to put those, whether it's right there in the hallway to the right when you come in the door, something like that, instead of being on the other side of the partitions. People have to walk through weird and that kind of stuff.
Be a difference.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think we kind of do that just because the line was all the way outside into the parking lot. So we try to stretch it as far into that building as possible. Yeah, I'll talk to Dia and we'll see what we can come up with.
It just took so long for them to take their coats off, hand their bags.
But man, they
in
had
and
so
all
much
that.
time by the time they got in there to have that done. Yeah. So,
Thanks.
yeah.
Well, maybe they were
And I don't know
nice.
if that's just a human thing, you know.
But it went
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'll discuss that with her and we'll see what we can do. Now the room's going to change obviously next year. Hopefully, you know, part of that old court will be torn out. We're looking at different things to do in there as well. So, I mean, it'll still be a meeting room, but it will at least maybe go back to kind of the way it was before the remodel over here when they moved in and moved back out. So yeah, we're going to look at that. Any questions on Easter? Okay. Next is summer programs. I'm going to start with camps. Camps will start the first week of June. Kelly is heading that up. She has all the staff in place that she needs. All the field trips are booked. Pardon me that I don't know all of them off the top of my head. But it's going to be a great summer. And I think we've already got people signing up, or kids signing up for it. So that's a good thing. And this is early, so that's even better. So yeah, if you got grandkids or grandkids have friends or any of that kind of stuff and they want to be a part of our summer camps, have them sign up. It should be a great summer. And like I said, I think the staff that we have in place is a lot of familiar faces that they've been around for a little bit, and then we've hired some new seasonal staff to help fulfill those other spots. Got a lot of other events. Actually, right before I came over here, we did just get accepted. I sent it to Karen as part of a community of America 250. If you haven't looked that up, I really didn't know much about it until I saw a Facebook post from Miamisburg. America 250 is something that's coming out of DC. Anybody really can sign up for it. So we are coming up with probably about 10 different events over from, Memorial Day until Veterans Day. So one of the first things we're going to do is June 13th, we're doing a Flag Day ceremony here. It's basically a proper retirement ceremony for an American flag. Should be pretty cool. It'll probably make me cry, but it's something that I really enjoy. I love the American flag and fought for it. So we're doing something called Eat Pretty Darling. And then we're going to do a Stars, Stripes, and Snacks program. We're going to do an Americana front porch workshop. So we're going to come up with something that you're going to paint or decorate for your front porch. So then from there, we're hoping that the beautification, we're going to change that this year. Instead of the beautification, we're going to do more of the patriotic theme instead of the actual annual beautification. We're going to change that just because it's so hard. We don't want to add another extra thing that you have to go out and look around and take pictures. Like, let's knock it out and make it the patriotic thing this year. And we're going to add that to that as well. So for those who don't know, it's called the Semi-Quincentennial this year. So I know it's a mouthful to say. That's kind of what it's going to be, is that 250th theme throughout the whole entire summer. And then hopefully we get something really cool for Veterans Day to end it at the end of, when was that? November, I think, November, something like that. So yeah, we are excited for that. And obviously there's going to be a bunch of other programs going on too. Chandler has got a sports summer clinics going on. I think he's got 3 volleyball ones already lined up. So yeah, it's going to be a busy summer. We're excited. And, taking that into the biggest one of them all is the 3rd and 4th of July. It's going to be a Friday night, Saturday day into Saturday night. Friday night, we're going to have the bounce houses, the food trucks, and then we're going to have Hotel California, which is an Eagles tribute band this year. It's going to be hopefully a big deal, bring a lot of people in that night. And then that's your typical 4th of July timing, which will be like 6 to 10 o'clock. And then come Saturday, for the actual 4th of July, we're going to start at noon. And then we're trying to figure out some things throughout some of the intermediate hours, but at 3 o'clock, we're going to do it's called Flippin' Out. It's an extreme trampoline show, which should be pretty cool. So that's one of the entertainment things. And then Stranger will be back this year for the 4th. And one of the coolest things about this whole thing is right before Stranger is going to take the stage, Dia figured out how to get the United States Air Force to do a flyover with a fighter jet. So yeah, that's going to be sweet. So, and then obviously leading up to the fireworks show at 10 o'clock, which is going to hopefully probably be one of the best shows we've ever seen or done here with the city of Moraine. So excited for that. Actually, me and Doug Hatcher are going to Pittsburgh on April 30th to tour Pyrotechnica, and they're going to kind of show us what they're going to do or maybe have in store for us that 4th of July. So it'll be a long ride with Doug, but I can handle it. So yeah, we're rocking and rolling. It's already here. Spring, summer's hitting us pretty hard already. So did any of you have any questions?
The dates of to turn in the beautification.
Oh, yeah. So, I mean, I think what have we done in the past leading up?
Well, I don't know when you wanted.
Yeah, let me get back to you. Let me figure it
Okay.
out, because I know one thing that we did discuss is doing the national anthem competition. So that's probably part of this 250th is putting out to have a contest to pick who does a great rendering of the national anthem. And then we're going to hopefully have them sing it on the 4th of July. Maybe it'd be a good time if we can maybe get this done, if we can get people being patriotic leading up to that we present that award, or those awards, however many we want to give, on the 4th of July on the stage. Might be something we can fill one of those hours with, to showcase everybody in town. So let me get with Dia. Let me figure out a good timing for that, and then I'll get back to you. So, if that's okay. Yeah, that's all I have. Anybody's got questions? All right. Open discussion. Does anybody have anything they want to talk about? Anything? I'm just kidding. It could be anything.
Easter was great.
Yep. Yeah, Dia and Kelly and the rest of the staff, they worked really hard. So I think it was 8,500 eggs, 9,000 eggs, something like that was filled. So a lot. a lot of time put into
When are they going to do the Arbor Day?
that. I have that in the tree board.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
I know there will be a program for that, but yeah, I'll talk about it. Well, next meeting.
Pardon me?
Next meeting
Oh,
will be June 16th.
June?
June 16th.
Will adjourn 5:25. Adjourn at 5:25?